Hey guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle. Today we're going to do something pretty cool. We're going to inject this turtle mold that I got from Enforcer Molds. I think it's Enforcer Molds or Enforcer Bait Molds, I'm not sure which, from Canada. So this bad boy came all the way from Canada. It's a 2-cavity turtle mold, and it's got like little grub curly tails for the legs, so it's got 4 of those. And I've seen something similar to this. I think it's Doomsday that makes a turtle bait. So very cool. It's a very thick bait, so I'm not sure how this is going to come out. We're going to do a dual injection with, I think what we're going to do is the gold and the green combo from the last video. And I may incorporate another color into that as well. And we're going to do a dual injection on these and see how they come out. So stay tuned. Alright, so like I said, guys, we're going to do this Enforcer turtle mold, and I am so excited about this thing. It's so cool looking. And the only difference I can see so far in the mold structure is it looks like it's got proper air ventilation. The only thing that I'm worried about is the way it's held together, which is these little Allen head screws. And I'm not really a fan of that type of holder. So you know what? I think I'm going to leave them out. And it's going to be a lot easier to use some clamps. It's going to be 10 times easier using clamps. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp down one side. And then I'm going to go ahead and clamp down the other side. I'm going to just roll these opposite each other. Tighten it down. And you can see the little made in Canada thing there. Oh, I probably should have checked the orientation of the bait. So this side's the bottom, this side is the top. So I might want to just take note of that. And I'm going to go ahead and use a marker if I've got one. Yeah, I got a blue Sharpie right here. We're just going to go ahead and say this is the top, this is the belly. Okay, so they don't label them quite like my Epic Bait Molds labels them, but still cool. Very cool mold. This is the first time I've seen one of these molds. I may have seen them in the past, but not like this. This is a very nice mold. So we will do it like that. We'll inject one color belly, one color top, and let's get this rolling. So let's get some plastic heated up. It's going to take a few minutes to do this, and I'm going to go ahead and start this up off camera, and I'm going to get it heated up, and we're going to be ready to pour. So I think I've decided, guys, that I'm going to use these 2 colors as well. I'm going to do a white pearl belly and a green pumpkin top. I'm going to try those as well, along with the emerald green and the gold for the belly on the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up the 2, but while we're injecting the one, I'm going to go ahead and get those other 2 colors heated up so we can go ahead and try 2 different colors. And we're going to do 2 different laminates. And as always, per usual, make sure you degas your plastic. Get the air right out of that thing. This might not have too much plastic, or this might not have too much air in it, only because it's been done before a few times, so shouldn't be too bad. Alright guys, here we go. I'm going to suck up some plastic. They've both been degassed. They're both ready to go. I have no idea how much plastic this is going to take. Probably a fair amount, because like I said, they are thick bodies. And I got to remember that the gold is going on the belly and the green's going on the top. We're going to go ahead and slowly inject it. And it's taking a fair amount of plastic. There, it stopped. So, not too bad. Let's go ahead and top off the sprue. This is a very thick plastic mold, like I said. They got thick bodies on them, so I would not be surprised to see some of that would not be surprised to see some of that plastic suck down a little bit. I'm already seeing it suck down a little bit, so I'm just going to top it off with some green. I don't know how much it's going to use. Like I said, I've never used this before. This is the first time I've shot it. So you guys are just as new to this as me. I will get a cool picture of the blending block with these two colors, because I don't think I've done this with these two colors like this in an injector block before. That's pretty cool right there. I'll show you guys. That is pretty fantastic. How well that blends together, that gold and that green. Pretty cool. Very excited about it. These are some bigger baits, thicker baits. I'm just going to give it a little bit extra time in the mold, so then that way it sets up right. It's actually didn't take too much heat. This is the first time I've shot it. It was shot from cold, so we'll see how it does, see if there's any denting or anything like that. Alright, so I'm kind of on a time crunch, so I'm just going to undo this mold. Okay, so right away, shooting it cold, I got some severe denting in the belly, but in the top, no denting at all. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the denting in the belly as opposed to the top, because you're going to see that more anyway, and I'm not really too concerned about it. So denting for me really isn't a problem. Some people it is, some people it's not. It's not an issue for me. It's just, that's how it goes. But beautiful quality. I mean, that's going to swim like crazy. That's going to be awesome. And that gold and that belly right there, and see that color combo? The gold, and it is completely gold on the bottom and completely green on the top, and you can see a little bit of it come through, but that's awesome. A tiny bit of flashing, but not terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and let these two set up in the water for a little bit, and we will continue this now that the mold has gotten a little bit heated up with that plastic, hopefully doing the green pumpkin and the white on the bellies. Hopefully that will, hopefully that might be a little bit better now, because now that this block is heated up a little bit, just from the heat from putting that plastic in it before, should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead off camera, and I'm going to mix up this green pumpkin again. I'm going to get this mixed up real good and heated up and degassed, and then I've got to do the white, the pearl white, and it is kind of more of a white, pearl white, so this is probably going to look pretty good. But we're going to go ahead and make up two of these, and then we'll kind of compare them at the end, like a little comparison for the video. So let me get that heated up, get the white heated up, get them both degassed. We'll come back and we'll check those two out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the green with the white. And I don't think it uses as much plastic as I think, so I'm just going to go ahead and bleed them off and go ahead and shoot. So I want white on the belly, green on the top, nice and slow, and it stopped right there. And I don't want too much flashing, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. take it off the block, pour the rest back in here. Call it good. So we're going to go ahead and let that set up a little bit, and then we'll come back. I did want to go ahead and show you guys the block on this one. This one actually came out pretty cool too. It's a white. Excuse me. The white just flew out. That was probably really loud. I'm going to try to edit that sneeze out of the video. But yeah, that bunting looks real cool. Just that nice peppered green pumpkin, that nice white with a pearl in it. It's a little bit thicker than I like, but it's going to look real cool. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Now, I purposely didn't top off the sprue just to see what would happen, and it sucked it way down in there pretty good, so I don't know. We didn't get any hollow spots. Okay, so a little bit better on the denting this time. Okay, and it didn't go down all the way, so the sprue worked very effectively. The denting is a little bit minor, so heating it up, and I shot the plastic a little bit cooler this time around. So let me get this. Let me get these off of this sprue here. I'll show you guys. So the denting is a little bit less. I used cooler plastic that time, and the mold was a little bit warmer. But that came out pretty cool. Now it's a little bit whiter than I would like out on these legs and stuff like that, but that's actually pretty neat. I think that'll get bit pretty good. But that nice dark black on that back, those came out pretty slick. So I'm going to throw these in the water bath, let these cool down, and we'll come back and talk about both shots and how they compare with this mold. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap it up for today's video, the Enforcer Turtle Mold. And again, I really liked how these came out. They came out great. These are going to be some great baits. The white pearl belly with the green pumpkin top came out great. A little bit less denting that time, the second time around. So lower your temperature in the plastic down to like 330. Maybe preheat the mold up just a little bit. It doesn't need much, just a little bit. But the denting was pretty severe between the two. The first one, like I said, that's a big, good sized dent, but I shot it cold on purpose to see what it would do, and hotter plastics. This is like 350 with cold mold. This was like 330 with a little bit less, so the mold was a little bit heated up for that one. So I think that turned out really well. But all in all, great mold, great little bait. I think one thing I'm going to start trying to get into for y'all is to try to do a test tank, which I have a test tank. And I think I'm going to get it filled with water and get a filter package on there, so then that way we can throw them in the tank and see what kind of action they get, especially like in I think I'll put like one of those little wave simulators in the tank, so then that way we can do that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and remember, keep on baiting.